It's just you two.
Yeah,
So
both
far.
of us
You two
together.
teaching
So
them.
far.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
And these guys have no experience with farming whatsoever.
Some might have a little bit of experience, you know. I mean, like almost everybody has had a flower bed in their front yard, right, that they had to take care of. It's easier than what people might think. People get intimidated by it, like, oh my God, I've never gardened before, I've never done this before, and they don't do it because they don't want to mess it up. It's just like anything else. The first time you do it, you're going to mess up, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Right, but you learn from your mistakes and you go at it again, and before you know it, you've become efficient
Right.
at anything that you've done. That's any walk of life, right?
Right.
Exactly.
Right, yeah.
Exactly.
I feel like it'll also be like a peaceful, calming environment for them. You know, something different.
Absolutely.
Something
Absolutely.
therapeutic, honestly.
And you
Yeah, and
hit
that's
the
the
nail
point.
right on the head. And that's exactly what it's there for.
Yeah.
So like the counselor that we have on site, instead of, sitting on the couch and sitting in a chair, they're going to do therapy sessions outside, in the
Exactly.
garden,
Instead of just
or in the
sitting there
chicken
with your
coop.
hands behind your head.
Yeah.
Like, what am I not going to tell this person
Yeah,
today?
which they
You know what I
probably
mean?
have experienced 20,000 times throughout, the
Yeah.
military service.
Exactly. Exactly.
Definitely different. So you
Exactly.
guys have professionals, who will be there.
No, that'll be us too.
You guys are going to be the
Well, no, we're not. No, I'm joking. I was like, whoa, wait a second.
do it all, huh?
I missed that. I missed the update to that script,
Yeah, we're gonna
Jason.
have crisis therapists and all kinds of people who are licensed to do this. You know what I mean? But I think more than anything, we're starting to create this community that's making it okay to be able to talk about your problems and to disarm them, and it's not like we're trying to weasel our way into their personal business, but a lot of times as men especially, we're just trained at talking about our feelings and talking about the way we feel about things or things that might have hurt us or that make us afraid or whatever, just slowly chip away at your masculinity. You know what I mean? So you end up hiding those things from your friends, from your family and all of that, and you internalize so much of it, and before you know it, you're overindulging. You're getting angry for no reason. You're finding it hard to sleep. All of these different things, So, our hope is that putting bare hands and bare feet into things, allow people to open up a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like, instead of having a AA meeting with a bunch of people sitting around, hi Jennifer, you know what I mean? Instead of going through that process, we're all in this greenhouse together, actually building and actually growing, and you can throw your problems into the compost pile.
Yeah, and it's interesting how you say actually building and actually growing. Are you guys going to be growing crops too?
Absolutely.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure.
I know the fulfilling feeling of like planting a seed and actually watching it grow, and you're like, "Wow, I did that! It didn't die."
Exactly.
But-
Exactly.
But do you think you think at the beginning will some of the crops maybe die?
Of
Or
course.
do you- and so,
Yeah, of course.
So then once they finally sprout, that'll be a fulfilling.
And that makes it
moment for
even
them.
more
Especially when
fulfilling.
it gives fruits and things that
Yeah.
you can eat. It's like the
Yeah.
little
Tell
things
you.
though, like of life. That is just like the natural cycle of life
Right.
there that we kind of take for granted because we just go to Publix and grab a lemon, an orange, and we don't see that process.
Right.
Which is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's something that everybody needs, right? We just talk about the food, the produce, the beef, the chicken, all of this stuff that we're ingesting.